I'm Katrina with the Wine Country Channel, and I am here with KR Rombauer. Can you tell me a little about yourself?
Yes, I'm second generation family member. We've been in the Valley since about 1972. My mom and dad got in the wine business back in 1976, and my sister and I were along for the ride.
Did you know you always wanted to do this?
I think the wine business is something that draws you in over a period of time. So it was something that, for me, evolved, but I absolutely love it. And the people that we get to work with on a regular basis, that being our customers, restaurateurs, retailers, people that love food, that love wine, are just a pleasure to get to see every day. I always say if we can make a wine that people don't just want, but that people need, then I know we're making a beautiful style of wine. So we focus on producing Chardonnay, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Zinfandel, and we just recently added Sauvignon Blanc. So we have 2 white wines, 3 red wines, and I think if we can do those all at a very high level consistently, year in and year out, we'll be very pleased.
So you mentioned Chardonnay. I heard that's one of your popular wines. So can you tell me a little about that?
You bet. We have, we've had the good fortune. We started out making Cabernet Sauvignon in 1980. In 82, we added the Chardonnay. And it took us about 8 or 9 years to figure out, I think we made a very good style of Chardonnay. But to make a style of Chardonnay that people need, not just want, takes time. And so it was I really think for us, it was the fruit from the southern part of the Napa Valley down in the Carneros region that allowed us to produce the style of Chardonnay, achieve a style that is quite delicious. And it's rich, it's round, it's lush, it's well balanced, and people seem to love it. And so that's very satisfying for us to produce wines that make people happy.
There was a huge fire out here that affected just everyone. During the first 48 hours of the fire, how was that for you? What were the challenges?
We had just finished up some events in downtown St. Helena, and I saw a glow in the southeastern side of the valley. And I thought, oh my goodness, tell me that's not a fire. And sure enough, as we got closer to Rutherford, we saw what is called the Atlas Peak Fire, and it was definitely something out of a Hollywood movie. It encompassed the hill from the lower part of the Silverado Trail up to the top of the peaks. And then as we drove down towards the town of Napa, it was very apparent it was going all the way down towards Silverado Country Club.
And did you have to evacuate or close down the winery? How was that?
We were very fortunate. We were not affected right here in this area. So while there were some horrific, definitely some tragic areas, some areas that had great devastation, it represents, fortunately, a small part of the valley. There was an uncertainty about it, and so everybody just decided, based upon how rapidly the fire had moved on Sunday evening going into Monday morning, to err on the side of caution and be very careful. For us, it was just making sure that we were safe, that our neighbors were safe, that our friends were safe, and everybody was trying to help each other. It wasn't until Wednesday that you felt a little bit comfortable, and I'd say Thursday, when we received the rains at nighttime, that then we kind of had a sigh of relief to feel like, okay, now they really have the upper hand, and we can feel safe that this is going to be under control and not get rolling along again. So I would say for me, I felt much more comfortable after those rains on Thursday night.
Well, it's absolutely gorgeous out here. Any last words to say about Rombauer?
Well, if you're in Northern California, if you're coming to the Napa Valley, please give us a call and come by and visit Rombauer Winery. We would absolutely love that. And while we certainly want our prayers and blessings go out to those people that were greatly affected by the fire, Many of us are thankfully open and ready to receive visitors. So whether we're a winery or a restaurant or a hotel, we'd love for you to come to the valley and visit and take in the beauty and grandeur that the Napa Valley has to offer.